Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're rolling. Episode 83, sponsored by Wideglass.com. Anywhere in the Valley, Peoria, Glendale, Scottsdale, Phoenix. Tell him you found out by the Timbo Sugar Show, and he will give you a discount. HappyValleyPipeCompany.com. Code capital Timbo Sugar Show for 15% off. You can get custom pipes, custom bongs. They just made us this custom bong right here. Custom grenade bong. You can send them any pictures you want, any logos, business logos, anything you want. HappyValleyPipeCompany.com. Code Timbo Sugar Show for 15% off. So, fights coming up. Fights are tonight, so we probably won't be able to get this out before tonight, but we'll still do...
Let's just do a recap of how they went before they're done.
Could do that. We'll just pick the fights that stick out. Anthony Smith versus Glover. Who do you got? I'll take Anthony Smith by KO. Ben Rothwell versus Oven St. Preux. That's a pretty sweet fight, actually. Oven St. Preux's walking around 240 pounds after moving up from 205.
Jesus.
I'm going to probably pick Ben Rothwell.
Don't really me neither.
Alexander Hernandez versus Drew Dober. Good fight.
That's a sick fight. That is a sick fight.
15-minute fight. I'm going to probably pick Drew Dober. Because is this Alex Hernandez's first fight back from Cowboy?
I think so.
Damn. See, that you could see when that Alex Hernandez fought before, he had just so much undefeated confidence. He would just go in there and blitz people and get on them and break them. Did that to Cowboy. He's like, oh, shit, I can't break every motherfucker like that. So we'll see what it did to his confidence.
Did you see how small he looked at weigh-in?
He's a small guy. I've been around him. He's not very big.
He looks like a 45er.
Yeah, but super dense and strong, looking like Frank. Ricky Simone versus Ray Borg.
That'd be a sick fight.
That'd be a good fight. Probably Ricky Simone.
That's what I think, too.
Hunter Azure versus Brian Kelleher. Hunter's our boy from Montana, so probably Hunter.
Yeah.
I think he'll beat him up. Brian Kelleher, I don't think he'll be able to take him down, but we'll find out.
Well, yeah, they start at 3, I think, right?
Yep. And then we got Saturday's fights, so we might as well pick those right now, too.
I don't even know anyone on that card.
Alistair Overeem versus Walt Harris. Who you got?
I got Walt. R.I.P. to his, I got Walt. That's his first fight coming back.
I know. It's crazy that in their promos, they were just talking about that and doing that. Man, if I was fighting, I'd say, hey, leave that shit out of here. I'm going to come fight this motherfucker.
And they'd say, shut up, bitch.
Well, you think they would? And if they're asking me questions about it, I'd be like, no, I don't want to talk about that. I want to fight. This has nothing to do with my fucking stepdaughter that got stolen. Claudia Angela Hill. I might take a nap for that fight. Hopefully Claudia's tits pop out.
That's fucked up. Have some respect for women's fighting. Jesus Christ.
I do.
You
Unlike
do not.
you. Dan Ige versus Edson Barboza.
At 45.
Dan Ige's a cool guy. Edson Barboza's good as fuck. I don't know. I'm curious to see.
45?
Yeah, I'm curious to see how that's going to be. Edson's, I feel like, a lot faster, a lot sharper on his feet, but Dan Ige gets in your face and makes it scrap. Yeah. Marlon Vera versus Song Yadong.
Also at 45.
Yeah, it's...
Hunter and Brian's at 45 too. Do you know
that? Matt Brown is back from welterweight, coming back from retirement. That'll be interesting. I don't know the guy he's fighting. Courtney Casey versus Mara Romero.
What the?
Hopefully Courtney gets the dub. Other than that, I don't know the fights coming up. I mean, the rest of the fights we don't really know. But there's the picks. And then May 30th, UFC Apex.
May 30th?
Yeah, that's UFC Fight Night 175.
What? Who's on that?
At the Apex. It doesn't have the card announced.
Damn.
It doesn't have anyone on the card, so.
Yeah, no news for me. Hopefully June, maybe even almost kind of looking like July at this point, not knowing. Because June's getting real close unless they say, hey, you want to fight in 3-4 weeks. Like, I'm at the point where right now I'm in good shape. I can say, yeah, but nothing new for me.
It's almost nice, though, not having a manager to where it's like, okay, Now I'm always hitting my manager, say, hey, what are they saying? What are they saying? And the manager's got to hit them up. You got to go through one person to even talk to the UFC.
I don't think we even ever talked about that. I fired my manager, a month ago? A month and a half ago. What fighters, you shouldn't pay your manager more than they're making you. I'm losing money having a manager. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
The main thing managers do, it's hard.
I think manager's a cool name for people like
that want to be involved with fighting.
Manager. It's like, I don't. And then there's like all these, dude. I've gotten hit up by 100 fucking managers. And they're like, oh, I'll be there with you fight week if you need anything. I can do. I'm like, I don't want you. I want the people that I'm around fight week to be the same people I'm around not during fight week. Like, I don't want to have extra people come over. And then talk about negotiating with UFC and all this shit.
Well, it's hard giving a manager 20%, even 10% of your money when the main thing they did is send about 4 to 5 emails. 4 to 5 emails for your fights, for your corners.
Yeah.
The UFC needs this. Fill out your cornerman's papers. But negotiation-wise, just like you said, at the last negotiation, you showed up. UFC had a number in mind. They said the number, and the manager didn't say one word, didn't come back with it.
I negotiated that entire contract, but it's just it's point. I don't
negotiate it, or I mean, like the UFC negotiated it.
Me and Sean Shelby. He had an idea. I had a higher idea. We came in the middle.
Oh, okay. And
it was me talking.
Yeah.
Not my manager. Which I don't even want to get super into that, but I just don't think it's just fucking frustrating. But then people like, oh, you don't have a manager? You're missing out on a lot of money. I'm like, am I? I'm making a good amount of money monthly with the sponsors that I've gotten, and I'm doing a certain amount of stuff that I have to do monthly for them, and that's as much as I want to do. But yeah, I can go get more sponsors, but then I have to do more monthly. Yeah. Now I have more responsibilities. And I don't want more responsibilities just because, I can make a couple $1,000 more. Like, I don't. Yeah. Unless it's way worth it. I like my time.
Some fighters are like, I don't want to think about nothing else. I'll show up on that day, and they have their manager do everything for them. So some people may like it, but some people may not. It's just not for everyone.
Well, then you give them that percent. It's like, okay, here, I'm going to pay my manager more than I'm paying my coaches because that's what they require.
Yeah.
I'm going to pay my manager more than I'm paying the coaches that are with me the entire 6-week fight camp. Here's more to the manager who sent some emails.
Well, what trips me out more is a lot of managers take money from your bonus.
Oh, and mine tried.
Which is weird. You get an extra $50,000 bonus because you fucking put your neck on the line.
Don't even get me started. And then, when my old manager asked me for the percent of my bonus, I said, "Are you fucking serious? You want a percent of my bonus?" He was at least cool enough to be. Well, I stood up for myself. Most people are like, God, but at least he didn't take percentage of the bonus, which was cool there. But yeah, even to get out of the contract, I had to pay $13,000 over.
Well, those managements, 2 companies, you'll say they're interested in them, and they'll send you an email with a link to it and say, "Hey, sign this, send it back." A 20-page fucking contract.
I signed when I was 19. Yeah, exactly. 21 years old. Now I'm stuck in this contract, and I want it out. Okay, here, pay me $13,500, and we can get out.
Oh, dude. Like
after I paid for the fight.
Like Louis from the Gents Boxing, he got so in with the manager said, if you want to buy out of this contract, this is the number I want. It was like a lot of money. And he said, until then, like, no, we're not, I'm not booking you fights. He like fucked his career over.
Yeah, dude. Especially when you're 20 years old and you hear the word manager. Like, for me, I'm like, damn, that'd be sweet to have a manager. That sounds sweet. I'm a pro fighter. I need a manager.
Well, I feel like depending on the gym you're coming from, too. Because if you're coming from a small town place that doesn't have connections with any higher-ups, any other promotions, it's like you kind of need a manager.
And that guy has a higher, for sure.
To move on to the LFA or to move on to these other shows.
I feel like if in my position, I didn't need that. I had that sick knockout at LFA, which everyone in the lab can get on the LFA card. That's pretty easy. I get a sick knockout on LFA. Dana White Contender Series is coming up, blooming. They saw that knockout. Fuck yeah, let's get him on that. I knock out Alfred. It's fucking sweet. I get signed that night. Now I'm in the UFC.
Yeah.
And now it's like I didn't need a manager. So, and I paid the manager more than he ever made me. So it's, oh God, I got stressed out about it, but I'm not programmed anymore.
Yeah. I'm not attached to that
I'm
anymore.
not attached to anything anymore. I'm not, though, and I used to get, I was for a while. I was so angry at that.
Yeah,
Why
I know.
I'm
It's
paying
crazy.
more than I'm making.
Well, that's what surprises me, too, because some fighters sign with managers for 20% of their money, and they just have
I was
no
only
issue
10,
scratching that check off. It's like that's a majority of their pay, and they're giving it to their manager who just literally sent a few emails. And not all managers are like that. Some managers do more. Some managers go out of their way. But most have 20 fighters under them.
But what can they really do to be worth fucking 20%? What can they really
your pay.
actually do? Even if they're doing their best, I'm doing everything I
Yeah.
can do, but it's still not worth 20%. If you make fucking $100,000,
And it's a little bit different if you have banners involved and then your short spots involved and the manager's going out to these different companies, hey, selling this spot for $1,000, selling this spot for $1,000, selling this spot for $1,000. So you made $5,000 from sponsors that you wouldn't have got on your own, and then you give them $1,000 from that, 20% from the sponsors. That's how it kind of works when there's logos and banners involved. But in the
Yeah.
UFC, when you can't have sponsors like that, it's like, and for your following, you can do it yourself.
and I wasn't getting an after party. I wasn't getting any
Yeah.
appearances. So it's like, it just wasn't worth it for me to have a manager. And now it's nice to be like, I have Sean Shelby's number, and we just talk back and
Yeah.
forth ourselves. It's like cutting out the middleman.
Well, especially, too, if you don't 100% have trust in your manager. If your manager says, hey, I got this gig for you for $1,500, but really it's a $3,000 gig, and he's taking $1,500.
Yeah, you never know.
You can't, unless it's a family member or someone you can trust, it's hard to trust them.
Yeah.
But coronavirus, they announced yesterday that gyms can open in Phoenix. So I've opened up to like 20 members only. Then next week I'm going to probably open
Starting
up
when?
tonight.
You're teaching tonight.
Yeah, I'm pumped.
You don't look pumped.
I'm pumped to get back in there.
You look depressed.
No, I'm not. I'm attached to nothing.
No, I'm not. I don't care if I had practice or not. I'm going to be the same either way. Let's talk about some far
But,
left
dude,
and right politics.
California said everything is shut down until August 1st.
I don't even know what month that means.
Dude, you don't understand how bad that's going to fuck so many people.
Well, you
over.
saw
if they said I was shut down to August 1st, I'd say, okay, there's no more gym. We can't have the gym anymore.
April, May, June, July. Oh, shit. Yeah, that is. Well, you see, Gary Tonin had to shut down his.
Did he really?
Yeah.
And he's over in New York.
I think
it's
so.
like, dude, Mariah was saying there was a pandemic like this. I don't remember what year she said, in the 1800s, but it caused the depression.
Spanish flu?
5 or 10 years later. I don't think it was the Spanish flu.
It's the only one I know.
It might
Heard
have
on
been,
Rogan.
though.
Shout out Rogan.
It might have been, though. But she said, we're going to possibly feel the results from this 5 years later when everything is just like, I'm like, damn, that's pretty crazy.
I choose to not think. There's even. Because, dude, you can only think about. You only have so much energy to think about things.
Well, for
throughout the
sure.
day.
Well, and I was saying earlier, I said, okay, I can live in a camper and be just fine. I can live in a
Dude.
$1,000 to $2,000 camper and I'll be okay. I guarantee it.
For sure.
But I think if you're used to living in a $400,000, $500,000 house and that's where you think you're going to be happy,
Yeah.
it's going to be stressful.
Dude,
and
those
scary.
campers we checked out the other day, $40,000, $50,000, those were so sick.
Oh, weren't they?
Dude, I could for sure. If we had some land, boom, plop those down.
yeah.
We could live there forever. Have our campfires, have
Yeah.
our cold plunge.
Oh, I know.
Like,
And when kids come, do you have a little tunnel to your other trailer for the kids?
yeah, and then just lock it.
But fuck, dude.
Yeah, what
I
if
feel bad for a lot of people. A lot of gyms in Phoenix though are completely opening up. Like Tiago's gym, he said doors are open. I'm like, dude, what if you get 30 people in there? And
Who
people
gives a
people are freaking out because the numbers are still so high. I forgot what the number was in Maricopa County, but I think 1,200 deaths. I think.
But dude, you
then-
gotta remember, what are those deaths?
That's what I'm saying.
There's some fat person who has cancer and
Well,
they
that's what I'm saying.
sneezed and they're like, oh, COVID.
Yeah, the doctors
They're
are
getting
coming
money.
out with stories saying a guy got, he got in a car accident, came back. I got the paperwork from that, and it said COVID death because the feds or whatever give $30,000 to the hospital if it's a COVID death.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
You can't trust those numbers. So I'm saying,
Exactly.
what are you supposed to do, and who are you supposed to trust?
Elon. Dude, I was listening to Rogan and Tony Hinchcliffe. Hinchcliffe, right? Yeah. He seems like a cool motherfucker, Tony.
Yeah, he seems.
But
pretty cool.
he was saying our perspective of war, like what we think war is, kind of like, oh, that happens over there.
Mm-hmm.
Like we picture Iraq, like, oh, that's happening over there. What if like war starts here, China fucking bombs us or something, and now it's like, oh shit, that's real. Kind of like the pandemic. Like it's just like that happens randomly, yeah. But now it's here. It's like, oh shit, that's real. But dude, could you imagine if war on top of all this?
Yeah, war or something, natural disaster. It's like, God, we're so spoiled.
We are indeed.
Yeah, makes me want to read some of my book.
Go ahead.
If you want me to, I will. This is the book I was talking about, and we'll just read a couple little pieces. The same person who wrote the book Awareness, Anthony DeMello, his name. This book's called The Way to Love. I'll just read some pieces that I underline. Take a look at the world and see the unhappiness around you and in you. Do you know what caused this unhappiness? You will probably say loneliness or oppression or war or hatred or atheism, and you will be wrong. There's only one cause of unhappiness, the false beliefs you have in your head. Beliefs so widespread, so commonly held that it never occurs to you to question them. Because of these false beliefs, you see the world and yourself in a distorted way. Your programming is so strong and the pressure of society so intense that you are literally trapped in perceiving the world in this distorted kind of way. There's no way out because you do not have a suspicion that your perception is distorted. Your thinking is wrong and your beliefs are false. Look around and see if you can find a single, genuinely happy person. Fearless, free from insecurities, anxieties, tensions, or worries. You'd be lucky if you found one in 100,000. This should lead you to be suspicious of the programming and beliefs that you and they hold in common. But you've also been programmed not to suspect, not to doubt, just to trust the assumptions that have been put into you by your tradition, your culture, your society, your religion. And if you're not happy, you have been trained to blame yourself, not your programming, not your culture, and inherited ideas and beliefs. What makes it even worse is the fact that most people are so brainwashed that they don't even realize how unhappy they are. Like the man in the dream who has no idea he's dreaming. What are these false beliefs that block you from happiness? Here are some examples. First, you cannot be happy without the things that you are attached to and that you consider so precious. False. There's not a single moment in your life when you do not have everything that you need to be happy. Think of that for a minute. The reason why you are unhappy is because you are focusing on what you do not have rather than what you have right now. Another belief, happiness is in the future. Not true. Right here now, you're happy and you do not know it because your false beliefs and your distorted perceptions have got you caught up in fears, anxieties, attachments, conflicts, guilt, and hosts of games that you are programmed to play. If you would see through this, you would realize that you are happy and do not know it. Yet another belief. Happiness will come if you manage to change the situation you are in and the people around you. Not true. You stupidly squander so much energy trying to rearrange the world. If changing the world is your vocation in life, go right ahead and change it, but do not harbor the illusion that it's going to make you happy. What makes you happy or unhappy is not the world and the people around you, but the thinking in your head. As well, search for an eagle's nest on the bed of an ocean as search for happiness in the world outside you. So if it is happiness that you seek, you can stop wasting your energy trying to cure your baldness or build up an attractive body and change your residence or job, community, lifestyle, or even personality. Do you realize that you could change every one of these things? You could have the finest looks and the most charming personality and the most pleasant of surroundings and still be unhappy? And deep down you know this is true, but still you waste your effort and energy trying to get what you know cannot make you happy? Another false belief. If all your desires are fulfilled, you will be happy. Not true. In fact, it is these very desires and attachments that make you tense, frustrated, nervous, insecure, fearful. Make a list of all your attachments and desires, and to each of them say these words. Deep down in my heart, I know that even after I've got you, I will not get happiness, and ponder on the truth of those words. The fulfillment of desire can, at the most, bring flashes of pleasure and excitement. Don't mistake that for happiness. What then is happiness? Very few people know, and no one can tell you because happiness cannot be described. Can you describe light to people who have been sitting in darkness all their lives? Can you describe reality to someone in a dream? Understand your darkness and it will vanish. Then you will know what light is. Understand your nightmare for what it is and it will stop. Then you will wake up to reality. Understand your false beliefs and they will drop. Then you will know happiness. If people want happiness so badly, why don't they first attempt to understand their false belief? First, because it never occurs to them as false or even beliefs. They see them as facts and reality. So deeply they have been programmed.
That's good. That's good.
Every single thing you cling to have convinced yourself you cannot be happy without. If you take a look at the way you have been put together, the way you function, you will find that inside your head there is a whole program, a set of demands about how the world should be, how you should be, and what you should want. Who is responsible for the programming? Not you. It isn't really you who decided even such basics as your wants and desires, so-called needs, your values, your tastes, your attitudes. It was your parents, your society, your culture, your religion, your past experiences who fed the operating instructions into your computer. This book's fucking good. It keeps going on. I wanted to read the one about the relationships just a little bit. Here's a mistake that most people make in their relationships with others. They try to build a steady nesting place in the ever-moving stream of life. Think of someone whose love you desire. Do you want to be important to this person? To be special and make a difference in his or her life? Do you want this person to care for you and be concerned about you in a special way? If you do, open your eyes and see that you are foolishly inviting others to reserve you for themselves, to restrict your freedom for their benefit, to control your behavior, your growth and development so that it will suit their interest. It is as if the other person said to you, if you want to be special to me, then you must meet my conditions, because the moment you cease to live up to my expectations, you will cease to be special. You wanted to be special to someone, didn't you? You must pay a price and lost freedom. You must dance to the other person's tune, just as you demand that other person dances to yours if they want to be special to you. Pause. Now ask yourself if it is worth paying so much for so little. Imagine you say to this person whose special love you want, leave me free to be myself, to think my thoughts, to indulge my taste, to follow my inclination, to behave in the ways that I decide are to my liking. The moment you say those words, you'll understand that you are asking for the impossible. To ask to be special to someone means essentially to be bound to the task of making yourself pleasing to this person and therefore to lose your freedom. Take all the time you need to realize this. Maybe now you are ready to say, I'd rather have my freedom than your love. If you could either have company in prison or walk the earth in freedom all alone, which would you choose? Now say to this person, I leave you free to be yourself, to think your thoughts, to indulge your tastes, follow your inclinations, behave in any way that you decide to your liking. So now is the time to examine your false beliefs that without this person you cannot live or be happy. Love can only exist in freedom. That's crazy, especially in relationships. Especially in fucking relationships, dude. People say, or your wife, or you say to your wife, like, now I'm the only male, or you're not allowed to think about other females as a guy. You're not allowed to think about that. You have to think about me and me only. And just like Jesus, you were saying the other day in past relationships, a girlfriend would make you feel bad as a person and make you think, damn, am I mentally weak because I'm thinking of other pussy or looking at other girls and I'm not just towards this one person? Like, no, it's your fucking programming from a young kid going to school, watching movies, reading books, seeing your parents get divorced. All this programming to make you think and give you those feelings. Man, if I have a girlfriend and I look at another girl's ass or tits and I think it's fine, I'm a bad person. And I remember I used to think that. I'm like, dude, I'm not a fucking bad person if I want to fuck another chick, even though I love Mariah. You ever deal with that?
No.
No, I don't.
No, I don't. Choose not to.
Where do you mainly see your programming come out most?
That's a deep question. I couldn't think of something off the top.
Well, because it's saying in that book, any...
Probably relationships.
Yeah.
With any, whatever it is.
Well, I like how it said in there, and obviously that book isn't 100% true. People could debate that book all day, but any negative emotion you get, an anxiety or jealous or any of those emotions, that's because you're attached to something. Your happiness is attached to whether it's that person, that car, whatever you're doing that day. Your happiness is attached to that, and you're given that thing or whatever power over you, control over you. It's like, fuck. That's why anytime, after even reading that, anytime I get that emotion, that angry feeling or that annoyed feeling, I'm like, fuck.
Figure out where it's coming from.
Yeah, where it's coming from. What am I attached to? What pre-programming or what in my computer is making me have those emotions?
And I still think that comes back to meditation, being able to meditate and sit there and kind of see your thoughts go by helps. You can't just hear that, not meditate, and then figure out how to reprogram. You have to be able to sit there and see those thoughts.
Yeah, it's fucking wild. Even forgetting the key this morning. Forgetting the key, we're almost here. Or not even almost here, but we forgot the key. I'm like, oh. Those emotions go through you a little bit, but it's like, where is that coming from? It's coming from the idea of this perfect morning that I show up there early, we get everything set, this podcast. I'm like, it's okay. We forgot the key. We're going to be fucking 10, 15 minutes late.
I wanted to nuke this place when I got here. No one was here.
There is.
Door was open, though.
Crazy shit. So next time I'm pissed off or annoyed or something, you can say, where's your attachment coming from?
Where's your attachment coming from?
Looks like we need some reprogramming in there.
Hey, Red, looks like we need some reprogramming. Yeah, for real, for real.
It's worse, though, that the people that don't even understand that they're programmed at all.
Yeah, like I was telling you, I'm like, how does that not make sense? Like, we are literally fucking computers that are just getting programmed from an early age. And if like you said, you can debate that, like, it's hard.
Yeah, you can't really debate that.
I looked up. I'm sure people do. I guarantee people do.
That debate that you're programmed from an early age.
Yeah, that we're like computers. I'm sure. Dude, remember
Who
those,
would debate
remember
that?
those fucking debates I sent you last night on Joe Rogan? There's just people that like to debate. Even when they're wrong, they'll die debating it.
Well, yeah, like super dipshits, like that black chick.
Yeah, what was her name? Fox. That was so pathetic.
Well, I felt bad for her. I was like, she just needs to stop now because she's just digging herself more of a hole.
Oh, God. I looked up, there was something Joe Rogan clips, 5 most heated debates. And some of those people are just so... I like how Joe Rogan debate. That shit's funny, though. He just makes him look silly.
Yeah, he's so intelligent. Well, he was just saying in that, okay, if you have a belief, whether it's I don't believe in this or I believe in this, you should be able to back it up and you should not be afraid to challenge it.
Yeah.
And hear another opinion and then be like, I don't believe in it because of this. And it obviously could be your opinion or not. But if you say, I don't believe in that, and you say, how come? And you say, I don't know. I just don't.
Yeah.
I haven't looked into it.
So you don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So
no, I don't
believe.
Yeah. How much nicer is vaporizing than been?
Fuck, dude. Having my little Mighty, I have that little buddy, and I just click it on randomly. It's fucking nice
I'm glad.
shit.
If I had that, I'd probably smoke too much.
I know.
It's too easy.
I've been puffing a lot, but I feel like it hasn't been affecting me in a negative way.
Dude, that's the way to do it. I don't ever want to smoke, like maybe a joint here and there if after something like that, celebrate, but I got to stick to that vaporizer. It's so much nicer.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Let's check out this part real quick.
Has it ever just do a book review?
Has it ever struck you? Well, if I don't read this, then go ahead.
Well, I feel like that was just a lot.
All right.
Let's just sit here and chit chat.
I'm down.
All right, just read.
Has it ever struck you that you've been programmed to be unhappy, and so no matter what you do to become unhappy, you are bound to fail? It is as if you fed mathematical equations into a computer and then failed at each time you pushed it to turn out the lines. If you wish to be happy, the first thing you need is not effort or even goodwill or good desires, but a clear understanding of how exactly you have been programmed. This is what happened. First, your society and your culture taught you to believe that you would not be happy without certain persons and certain things. Just take a look around you. Everywhere, people have actually built their lives on unquestioned belief that without certain things, money, power, success, approval, a good reputation, love, friendship, spirituality, God, they cannot be happy. What is your particular combination? God, yeah, I don't know. That book is too fucking good, dude.
Anthony DeMello, all of his shit's too fucking good.
Yeah, that's what I was asking you the other day. I wonder if he is in any debates or anything.
YouTube, I couldn't find anything.
Nothing.
But I did find this Catholic. That's why I said we need to call into a Catholic radio, because someone.
That would be fun.
Because you looked it up on YouTube and someone said something about Anthony DeMello. It wasn't a debate like I wanted, but it was just this Catholic radio. They call in, hey, first time caller here. Really love the show, and they're like, thank you. Oh God, that would be fucking funny.
I wish we just had a phone right here and people could call into us.
We probably could make that happen. Probably make that happen for sure. I've been liking the heat outside. I don't know what it is. Something about working out in the heat. It's just like that extra. It's just, I don't know. I like it. Makes me fucking
Training
overheated.
the gi was hot, huh?
That was I didn't necessarily like that as much.
Why?
Shit,
Too hot?
holy dude, that felt like I was gonna die. I don't think I was hydrated though, because I didn't plan on training, and I came here, had coffee, which dehydrates you. I wasn't drinking water like I usually am when I'm having coffee, knowing I'm gonna train. Then we went in there, just fucking 120 degrees in there. No,
Yeah,
we didn't
it's
have the
fucking
fan.
hot.
No AC. Fucking probably 10 people in there rolling. It was
Fucking hot.
But I'm saying running on the mountain or running outside or working out at Brandon's, or the workout I did yesterday at my house. I had the Aerodyne, the skier. I was doing fucking hard pushes in the sun. It's just fucking sweet.
Yeah, it's nice. The one thing that people don't talk about a lot is like the in-between in MMAs. Going from striking to grappling and when to punch, when not to punch. That's where I think jiu-jitsu can be changed big time. Not be changed, but you can be good at jiu-jitsu. Okay, I'm a striker, and then I grab this motherfucker in jiu-jitsu. But if you know when to punch, you can posture up, smack someone in the face a couple times, boom, put a little bit of fear in their mind, and then you'll work your submission. It's going to work better than grabbing the guy. Okay, I'm going to try to submit him. He can grab your gloves, grab 2-on-1s. But there's lots of coaches in jiu-jitsu. There's lots of coaches in striking, but there's not that many like coaches in MMA that can teach you the in-betweens and teach you almost where to punch, where to do damage, and then where to attack the submission. And it's all obviously different for every fighter, but I think that's always interesting to see.
Yeah. Well,
like Fabricio probably would have fucking fucked that dude up if he would have ripped him a couple times.
I think so too. Probably could have got to his neck.
Yeah, he had him mounted, full mounted. He could have elbowed him once and broke his nose, and then the guy's like, fuck, I want out of here now.
Yeah. Huh. It's a good point, Soldier. It's a good point.
We gotta get what else.
Next pod, we'll probably have Brandon on. We keep saying we're gonna have him on. I think we'll have a good conversation with him.
That'll be good.
Smart motherfucker, deep.
I almost think we should screen record who we're gonna do our dance with. We're gonna do a little hip hop dance with one of our friends, Huntington.
And
fucking get busy. It's gonna be sweet.
That's Thursday. Well, it's tomorrow. 10 a.m. Patreon live, not live.
Pump. Yeah, she hasn't replied yet, but hopefully yeah, and then we'll be there at 10.
Yeah, everyone has to be the fuck out of there.
See no John Jones tweet. I'd love to have an exhibition fight at catchweight of 220 pounds before moving up to heavyweight. Who wants to take that L? Damn, I wonder why.
Heavyweight division's so boring.
Is it? Let's see the heavyweight rankings.
God, I want to say like so boring, but it's not deep.
Heavyweight UFC rankings.
DC, Stipe, Francis. Derek Lewis. Like, for how many fucking big motherfuckers there are in this world, do you think that fucking division would just be... They should just hire NFL players.
Well, think there are a lot... All these guys are badass motherfuckers. They're just, like, the guys that are dominating it can wrestle.
Yeah.
Alistair Jr., Derek Lewis, Alexander Volkanov, Alexei Olenek.
Walt Harris throws some bombs. That would be actually... He throws some seriously sick combos.
Yeah, I wonder... Man, I would love to see John Jones versus Francis, dude.
Would ya? Francis, I feel like, would knock him out.
Dude, unless it hits the mat. John Jones hits a duck. Francis is sprinting in. John ducks, shoots on him, takes his back. The whole game's different now.
That's a big what if.
That is a big what if.
It is, but
so
it's
you
not.
think Francis can sprint forward with his chin up, throw those hooks, and knock every human on the planet out?
Damn near.
Probably most. But
not-
John Jones, I don't think he could do that to John Jones. Who's John Jones even been?
He got outstruck by Dominic Reyes for
a
sure.
good, clean southpaw boxer. But God, Francis
is huge,
so
bro.
powerful and huge.
265. John
Yeah.
Jones is trying to find someone at 220.
Yeah,
That's a
so John
big
Jones would
difference.
be probably 220 in that fight.
Yeah.
So 45-pound difference.
And Francis is coming off a win like that. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I got to touch this dude and he falls?
Same height.
And John Jones isn't a power hitter, so Francis isn't
No.
going to fucking be scared to get knocked out.
I wonder what
necessarily.
John thinks about that fight.
I bet he's like, fuck that.
Fuck. Or he's like,
This guy sucks on the ground.
yeah, because if he wasn't like fuck that, he'd maybe ask for it. Say, let me fight that.
No one wants to
motherfucker."
fight Francis. You'd think if John Jones thought, oh, I'd smoke him.
Yeah.
But John Jones ain't stupid either. He's probably like, God damn it, that's a scary motherfucker.
Seriously,
Regardless if he has
dude.
zero jujitsu.
Yeah.
Still, it starts on the fucking feet. Even if you're on your back against that motherfucker and he's punching down.
Stipe fucking just laid the blueprint of only way to beat that motherfucker.
But not everyone can grapple 5 hard rounds like Stipe.
No. But can John Jones?
Can DC also? That'd be curious.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a sick fucking fight.
It is a sick fight. Where are we at?
38.
What time is it? We got grappling today. I keep thinking it's Friday for some reason. I don't know. It's weird there's fights tonight. It keeps throwing me off. I'm going to probably go live on my Twitch and just watch them and react.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be lit, We got training. Oh. Got some, you're fucking training tonight.
Yeah.
That's
6:30.
crazy. During the fights.
What
They're
time the
sick.
fight starts? 6?
Probably 3.
Do they start at 3?
I think so.
So I'll miss 2 fights because I'll be teaching for an hour.
You'll admit, I really just want to see Hunter.
Yeah.
And then
I wouldn't mind watching
Drew
the fights
Dober
too.
would be a sick fight.
Yeah, there's a bunch of good ones. Okay, perfect. Episode 83. Thanks to our sponsors, HappyValleyPipeCompany.com. Code Timbo Sugar Show, 15% off. Check out their site. Check out their Insta. Sweet shit. And ValleyWideGlass.com. Peoria, Glendale, Scottsdale, Phoenix.
Hey.
See you next time.
Hey.